I've decided for tonight's entertainment, Virgil shall play the bass.
What? Yippee. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Casper Fox channel. My name is Casper Fox. I am a musical writer, I am a musician, I am a YouTuber. I've written the musical anthology stories from Styx. I'm also the creator of it. I've collabed on various musical projects, pretty much basically mostly known for my analysis of Epic the Musical, and then later on my own work. So if you're new to the channel, hello, that's my little brief introduction. Today, we're starting a brand new series. This has been the most requested musical on the channel since, I think, Beetlejuice, which of course is the predecessor to this on the Saturday slot for the Casper Fox channel. I know absolutely nothing about this musical. I don't know the plot. I don't know who's in it. I don't know if I know anyone. I've never heard any music from it, to my knowledge. So we're going in completely blind. That also means that I will not be reading the comments unless it's like something that my mods send me as a question, because people do tend to spoil a lot. Today, we're starting off with some dialogue, then Karnak's dream of life, then some more in between dialogue, and then Fall Fair. So we're gonna do that. Ride the Cyclone is gonna be 8 episodes here on the channel. So for the next 8 weeks, you can enjoy Ride the Cyclones. But if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a big chance that I have already watched the entire musical at this point, maybe, or up to like episode 5 or something. So editor, how far am I over on Patreon? So if you're new here and you're like, oh, I'd like to watch all of this right now, you can do so over on Patreon. You can either subscribe or you can do a one-time fee. There is a collection for it that you can pay. I usually price them at $10 for the reaction analysis content. So if you don't want to commit to a subscription, you can actually get that right there. So yeah, enough yabbing. Let's get into Ride the Cyclone.
Tonight I speak of 6 teenagers whose tales ended abruptly on a roller coaster in a small dying town in the middle of nowhere, the former St. Cassian Chamber Choir.
I know this dream of life is never ending. It goes around and round and round again. You know the sun is rising while descending. It goes on and never ends.
Gorgeous. So already we established like what kind of vocal performances we can expect. Ride the Cyclone. Okay, I still don't know. So the sun sets while it descends. Doesn't tell me much about the plot just yet, but gorgeous melody doubling we have here between the glockenspiel and the lead vocalist here, who has a very full voice even when it's in a softer timbre like this. Na 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 na. Very nice melody approach here. Oh, what the?
Hello,
Hi.
I am the amazing Karnak. This is not a boast, but rather what it says on my legal patent as a precognition machine.
Right.
I was designed to predict the exact cause, time, and place of someone's death.
Okay, that's kind of terrifying. So it's kind of like an Apollo Grim Reaper type of situation we got going here.
A rather morbid function, I grant you. Which is
Yeah.
precisely why I was set to family fun novelty mode. Turns out, being told the place and time of your death in front of your family with a mouthful of corn dog at a fairground is the very opposite of fun.
Okay, well, loving this already. Like a little bit of puppeteering going on. He has a crystal ball. I was about to say he reminds me of those, like, you put money into it and they tell you like stuff like Trelawney or whatever. Also, little disclaimer, I have a timestamp for when I should stop and when I should like start. I don't know when songs start, when songs ends or whatever, so I'm gonna have my editor, again, I forgot if it's Rachel or Morgan, pretty sure it's Morgan, to like put the songs here, just like we did for Phantom of the Opera. So when a new song begins, it'll be put on screen here, because I'm also at the premiere, so I'll be able to see that. But I just want to enjoy the musical as a whole.
While I'm still able to predict the demise of anyone who stands in front of me, I am incapable of ever expressing it.
Oh.
I can even predict my own demise.
Oh?
I always could.
Okay.
Tonight, in this warehouse, in a little over an hour. Meet my executioner. A rat I've named Virgil.
A rat named Virgil. I'm getting mega Five Nights at Freddy's vibes from this guy. Holy you're telling me this is not an animatronic from the sequel?
For the last 2 years, Virgil has been steadily chewing on my power cable.
Oh.
In a little over an hour, Virgil shall chew his way through the rubber, biting down on 200 volts of electricity, instantly killing us both.
Nice.
As there is nothing more base than death, I've decided for tonight's entertainment.
I'm 1000% sure he did not just say there's nothing more based than death.
There is nothing more base than death.
Does he actually say there's nothing more based than death?
I've decided for tonight's entertainment, Virgil shall play the bass.
What? No, I want more.
Even in my...
Only one person clapped for that? Dude, look at this technique. Fantastic. So we got a slap and pop. If you guys don't know, I play the bass as well. So you have a slap and pop technique, which is really hard to learn, especially with such accuracy. You can hear how clean the bass sound is. Also some octave jumps and a little triplet there at the end. So this technique actually is used, this boom, like this boom, third, fifth, is used very often in funk. Most famously, it's used in Red Hot Chili Peppers, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I'm actually gonna play that for you. Give me a second. So you can hear where you had the slap technique. It's very hard to have such a clean sound on like an octave jump here. So having it like the way he did with, and then he jumps all the way up, as you can see here.
The bass.
No, like harmony, like a little harmony there. That was beautiful. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Gorgeous. Let's continue. I can't believe, dude, I would have been standing applauding for this. When have we ever seen anything like this in a musical?
Even in my divine comedy, I'm well aware rats cannot play musical instruments. When you've been alone for as long as I have, you tend to anthropomorphize your friends.
Okay.
Before we begin tonight's amusement, let me lay down some ground rules.
Okay.
The first rule, one that has baffled theater goers since the days of
Okay,
Aeschylus.
so we're fully breaking the fourth wall here for the beginning. So this is some kind of omniscient storyteller.
The armrest to your left is yours.
I don't have one. My chair's broken.
The one to your right is your neighbor's. If you believe both armrests are yours exclusively, you are part of the problem.
Oh, his eyes turned red.
Also, please turn off your cell phones. I assure you that none of the calls you are about to receive will have life-altering consequences.
And he knows. Oh.
Except for one of you. My most sincere condolences.
Nightmare.
Accidents happen.
I want to know if there's actually been when someone went to this show and then got a call like that. Because that's got to be a life-altering experience. Okay, so it seems like we just had like a short dream, and then there's some dialogue, and then it goes to Fall Fair, which is about to happen in like 20 seconds.
Tonight, I shall speak of 6 teenagers.
Oh?
Whose tales ended abruptly on a roller coaster in a small Canadian town in the middle of nowhere.
Whoa.
The former St. Cassian Chamber Choir.
Oh.
Who on Monday, September 14th,
3/4
would
to give
board
us
the
some storytelling.
Cyclone roller coaster
Ah.
at 6:17 p.m.
So ride the Cyclone So they're riding the roller coaster Cyclone. Okay, that makes sense.
At 6:19, this same roller coaster's front axle would break, causing it to derail at the apex of the loop-de-loop, hurtling the children to their deaths.
I hope that this wooden coaster does not have a loop-de-loop. Ooh.
Tonight I speak of 6 teenagers.
It's really smart that they had like, harmonized to begin with and then just falling down nicely.
Robbed of their individuality in a mass tragedy. Lumped together as our 6 saints
Just have a
by
fifth
the
drop here in the
national
piano.
media. And my part in this story,
5,
I read all of the children's fortunes.
5.
I felt their hopes, thoughts, dreams, knowing they would board the doomed roller coaster and could tell them nothing. I even suggested that they ride the Cyclone.
Roll credits, roll credits, roll credits. Okay, something that I hope we get answered here is that, so there's like a movie playing as kind of like an introductionary, expositionary piece here, which is cool. I like that. I don't think I've seen that, but I've also not seen that many musicals. But I do love the fact that we get a little bit established. I don't know if this is considered part of the play. I don't know if it's on the cast recording. Maybe my editor or you guys can answer that. But how are they going to do this? Like, so is this movie universal for everything that plays? Or will it have different, like, did all the casts, so that when this runs on, I don't know if this is on Broadway or whatever. So if this runs somewhere, do they go to, like, that Cyclone roller coaster to record this every time?
Tonight, I conjure the St. Cassian Chamber Choir, who an hour before their deaths participated in a singing competition in the Uranium City band shell.
Okay. On here they are.
I thank you, dear adjudicator, for considering the St. Cassian Chamber Choir for our senior concert. We are thrilled to be here yet again at the Kiwanis International Singing Competition. Last year we came in second place.
I really, really hope, because if this is a choir, I hope we get like a choir approach to this next song. I'm very, very excited to hear what this sounds like.
They were the only choir in competition.
This just shows the high standard of excellence at Kiwanis. Even in competition against yourself, you can still walk away a loser. Constance?
Our first song was written by our choir conductor, Father Louis P. Marcus. He was inspired by traditional African folk music, specifically the Lion King.
Okay. There's so much wrong with that sentence, but it's not entirely like off. So people will say, oh, that's a funny joke. But the Lion King actually has inspiration from that. And it's something that I've been talking about before, that African culture involves a lot of percussion and a lot of the chanting that you hear. So like, obviously you can't. Can you say that the Lion King is traditional African music? No. Can you say that it's definitely inspired by it and has like adapted the culture? Yeah, I'd say in my professional opinion it has. So it's not as much of a joke as you might think. It's kind of incredible. It's progressive if you think about, like, because that movie came out back when people did not really give a about cultural appropriation in that sense, right? So yeah, okay, well, I'm kind of setting the mood for the musical here that we're already getting into such topics, right? But this is awesome. Let's see what they think.
Here is his homage to our very own Fall Fair.
Okay.
When the fall fair comes to town.
So why are we doing barbershop if this is supposed to be African inspired?
Oh, step right up. Good team fun. All the games and rides. A little something for everyone. When the fall fair comes to town.
Tonight, my apology, a eulogy by way of a concert, the final concert of the now deceased St. Cassian Chamber Choir.
When the fall fair comes, fall fair comes, fall fair comes, fall fair, fall fair, fall fair, fall.
Oh, they're going back? Rotating stage, cool. Let's see them. Oh, this one they died.
Tonight, I wish to give them the chance to express not what they were perceived to be, but what they dreamt they were.
What the I think I have the same hat as that guy. It's the one with no brim. Look at that. It's right here. What the Should I wear that?
Tonight we shall raise a middle finger to that most ruthless adjudicator called time.
Something doesn't feel quite right.
A blur of colored spinning like
My heart is racing, pounding in my ears.
Dizzy, tingling, spinning round. Oh, where's the sky and where's the ground?
Why is he's rolling his R's, which lets me to believe that he's either of Hispanic origin or if he is Eastern European, potentially Ukrainian, maybe Czech. We'll see. They roll their R's like that. Something that I wanted to talk about, because this little barbershop piece was actually really interesting. It had a lot of cool elements. If you guys didn't know, in Denmark, we have something that's similar to like a university thesis in America, where you pick between the like subjects that you like major in, or I guess you can say, and then you write like a 50 to 30 gazillion page document on it. And mine was actually barbershop techniques through the 1960s and how they affect modern vocal arrangements. And it was really interesting that a lot of the call and responses here, because that's not actually something you see much in barbershop. You usually have the walk-in bass line, and then you have lead. And obviously barbershop is usually only 4 people, not 6, as I think it is here. 6, 8, 5? I see 5 on stage right now, so maybe 5.
Tonight I shall speak of 6 teenagers.
With 6.
But something that was interesting was that it still had the walking bass line down the scale, and then having the 2 boys like ba 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 boom ba 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 was really, really interesting. I love it. And I love when musicals incorporate. I can't think of a good example of this, but I love it when storytelling is incorporated into this. So like you have the diegetic singing here combined with the narrator here, the amazing whatever the his name was. What was his name? I love how that it's put here in the background, like the do 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 do. So they're doing like bum bum bum. They're doing the little la la las here while he's telling stories.
Habit comes and then he disappears.
Total darkness spinning black.
Pushing forward, pulling back, falling through the air. I wonder how can this be
Nice. Whoa. Something I will already say, and of course, if you're like, oh, just watch the video, just pause. No, we're not going to do that, because you're obviously here to watch my reaction and analysis of it. If you want to watch, like, or listen to Write the Cyclone, you can go to the source material. So if this annoys you, then that's just what reaction and analysis is. Sorry. You can hear one of them is severely classically trained. I don't know if it's on purpose, but the vocals sounds rough. Not in a sense that they sound bad, but they just sound rougher than they like normally tend to do on these stage productions, from what I've seen. And I think it fits like what was it, like a high school, whatever, this like free time choir project that they're like agenda that they're pushing here. I think it's really working well in this context. Because for example, if you would have this type of singing in like Phantom of the Opera or something, it wouldn't work. Like that would not work at all. But in this context, there's a masterful choice. Slay, hello.
What's the point of even suing? Dead, we're done, there's no undoing. Nothing left to do except to run.
Oh.
Sex, oh God, why did I wait?
Now we'll never graduate.
I hope I wiped my browser history clean.
Why'd I even go to class?
Has the guy on...
12 kiss my ass.
Has this dude in the back even done anything yet? I feel like he's not singing. I don't know, is there going to be some big reveal? But yeah, definitely this girl here on the left sounds incredible.
Now I know what YOLO really means.
What a lovely theme. C'est la vie, life is just a dream. Just a dream.
Oh.
And then you're sailing through space. You don't know up from down. And you feel a little strange from all that spinning round and everything.
Beautiful harmonic approach to that, but also just how that this entire song is literally just going da 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 da. And we've seen a lot of songs, most famously Hit the Road Jack has that same chord progression just descending down. And it's really interesting how people, especially like seeing more and more of it, because we're seeing a lot of songs that use this like chord progression in that sense. In the Underworld now, for Source from Styx, for example, uses it. But the way that they've done this and how they've like incorporated everything makes it not sound like, you know, that chord progression is usually a very carrying element for the songs that are written with this chord progression. But here they found a way around it. Like they actually have really done well with how they've approached the melody and the instrumentalization here. So well done.
You loved, and everything you dreamed, and everything you feared, and everything that seemed so terrifying. It's far behind on the ground.
Yeah, he's not singing in the back.
Like our far from the city, little itty bitty gritty hometown. Just a teeny tiny dot on a wee blue ball, and we've all been spinning, spinning round and round and round, and round and round, round.
Beautiful. You can hear this. So there's an organ in the back. Da 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 da. It's done in like a very famous, like I guess we'd call that a cyclone motif or whatnot, right? Because it goes up and down. Very famously, if you watch the old Mickey Mouse cartoons with the tornado and stuff like that, it very much incorporates this like just this up and down spiraling melody approach. Really catches the chaos of what a tornado, cyclone, whatever it is, right? But it's also done in a way like from this organ here, where it has the circus aspect to it, right? Like in the time signature, and then goes, if you listen here in the back. Hear that? Very nicely done.
Had a strange feeling from the start. Thought our tickets stood in line a rickety cart. I did not feel safe at all. Take a heard the crack. Felt the drop. Oh, I know I'm never going back. But what really happens? What happens after?
Closer again. Oh, wow. Well done. All right. Well, that was nuts. Okay, what an introduction. So I love the fact that we get everything explained. So something that I've been really struggling with is how theater is not accessible. It's not. Especially like I'm European, I live in Central Europe, and I can't just go to Broadway. The closest thing I can do is that I can fly to London, but then I'll have to like book a flight and a hotel and go to London. I can't just go to a local theater production because they don't do stuff like this. They don't have the licenses for it like that, right? Because in America, you can just go down to your local thing who's probably doing Hadestown or Phantom of the Opera or something like, but yeah, we just don't do that in Europe for some reason. So I love that we have slime tutorials like this, and that essentially that the fans have to step up, which I think is so stupid. Like if you have like for example, what is the excuse for Beetlejuice not having a pro shot? Or what's the excuse for Heathers not having a pro shot? Literally nothing. You had the money for it, and you can make so much money. Like I don't understand. Like what is this? Like Hamilton did it right. Hamilton's the perfect example of it. Super accessible. Didn't have to go to Broadway for it. If anything, it made people want to go to Broadway more now after they've seen it. That's a rant for another day. Thank you so much for introducing me to Write the Cyclone. I hope this kind of is the precedent for that. I do a lot of the musical analysis because of my background here. So if you're here for just a reaction, then I'm probably not the channel for you. But I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. If you want to listen to the Write the Cyclone soundtrack, you can probably do so on streaming services, I can imagine. But yeah, nice introduction, really cool voices. I'm excited to see where this goes. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for more Write the Cyclone. Take care.